A very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. Let us start the news bulletin with the headlines. Vice President in Romania on the third and final leg of his three-nation Europe visit to hold talks with the President and Prime Minister of Romania. MOUs to be signed between the two sides. Venkaiah Naidu to also address members of the Senate. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani to arrive in India for talks with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. Hosts of issues including regional security and developmental partnership between the two sides are likely to be discussed. Dubai court orders extradition of British national Christian Michael in the 3,600 crore rupees Augusta-Westland VVIP chopper deal case. Michael is one of the three middlemen being probed in the case by the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate. Centre of power must remain as envisaged in the Constitution, says RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat. Reiterates that all-inclusive Hindutva will cease to exist the day Muslims are excluded. Underlines the equal role of women in nation building. And India to play arch rivals Pakistan in the Asia Cup cricket tournament in the UAE today. Both the teams last met in the Champions Trophy final in 2017. Men in blue have won their opening match in the tournament against Hong Kong on Tuesday. Our top story this morning, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu reached Romania on a Tuesday night on the third and final leg of his three-nation Europe tour. On arrival, he was received by the Vice Prime Minister of Romania. And as part of his engagements in Romania today, he will hold talks with the President of the Senate of Romania and witness the signing of MOUs. Delegation-level talks will be held with the President of Romania, and later the Vice President will address the members of the Senate there. He will also hold talks with the Prime Minister of Romania and the President of the Chamber of Deputies. An interaction with the India-Romania Business Forum is also slated. He will wrap up his visit in Romania with an address to the Indian community there. And earlier on the final day of his visit to Malta, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu visited various historical sites in the city. First, he visited the St. John's Co-Cathedral in Malta's capital. The cathedral was built by the Knights of Malta in the late 18th century. 16th century. Later, he visited the Upper Baraka Gardens that gives a panoramic view of the historical city of the capital, Valletta. His last stop was Medina, also known as the Silent City. It once served as the capital of the island before Valletta was built. On to some other news now. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani will hold delegation-level talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi today and review the entire gamut of multifaceted bilateral strategic partnership. The Afghan president will be in India on a one-day working visit at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The invitation was extended by National Security Advisor Ajit Doval during his Kabul trip in October last year. And during the talks, the two leaders would discuss furthering the shared objective of promoting security and stability in Afghanistan and efforts to combat the menace of terrorism. Besides security cooperation, the two leaders will deliberate on various India-supported infrastructure projects in Afghanistan, including the Chabahar port. They will also discuss regional and global issues of mutual interest. Thereafter, the Prime Minister will host a lunch in Ashraf Ghani's honour. And in the evening, Ghani will attend a civil reception in his honour hosted by the India Foundation, a think tank, before flying back to Kabul. And India and Bangladesh on Tuesday formally inaugurated the construction of the India-Bangladesh Friendship Pipeline and the dual-gauge rail lines. The projects were launched by the Prime Ministers of India and Bangladesh in New Delhi and Dhaka via video conferencing. Take a look at this report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina jointly flagged off the construction of the India-Bangladesh Friendship Product Pipeline project via video conferencing from New Delhi and Dhaka simultaneously. The 130-kilometer pipeline will connect Siliguri in West Bengal and Parbatipur in Dinajpur district of Bangladesh. The project is likely to be completed in 30 months and is estimated to cost 346 crore rupees. The project will replace the existing practice of sending diesel by rail.
Pipeline connecting Siliguri terminal in India to Parbatipur will change the diesel supply landscape in northern Bangladesh. The pipeline will put in place a sustainable, reliable, eco-friendly and cost-effective way of transporting diesel to Bangladesh. It will significantly reduce transportation time and remove losses and pilferage. The project will need 30 months for completion.
Both leaders also inaugurated the construction of the third and fourth dual-gauge rail lines in Dhaka-Tongi and Tongi-Joydevpur sections of Bangladesh Railway.
ভারতের শিলিগুড়ি হতে বাংলাদেশের পার্বতীপুর পর্যন্ত বাংলাদেশ ভারত ফ্রেন্ডশিপ পাইপলাইন নির্মাণ প্রকল্পে ভিত্তিপ্রস্তর স্থাপন এবং ঢাকা টঙ্গী সেকশন তৃতীয় চতুর্থ ডুয়েল গেজ লাইন এবং টঙ্গী জয়দেবপুর সেকশনের ডুয়েল গেজ डबल लाइन निर्माण কাজের উদ্বোধন।
भौगोलिक रूप से हम पड़ोसी देश हैं, लेकिन भावनात्मक रूप से हम परिवार हैं। एक दूसरे के सुख दुख में साथ देना, एक दूसरे के विकास में हाथ बटाना, ये हमारे पारिवारिक मूल्यों की ही देन है। पिछले कुछ वर्षों में हमारे सहयोग ने विश्व को दिखाया है कि यदि दो पड़ोसी देश ठान ले तो क्या कुछ किया जा सकता है। चाहे दशकों पुराने सीमा विवाद हो या विकास सहयोग के प्रोजेक्ट्स, हमने सभी विषयों पर अभूतपूर्व प्रगति की है।
India and Bangladesh have entered into an agreement for the construction of the pipeline in April this year. The capacity of the pipeline will be 1 million metric tons per annum. The 6-kilometer Indian leg of the pipeline project will be implemented by the Assam-based Numaligarh Refinery Limited, and the remaining 124 kilometers of the pipeline project will be implemented by Bangladesh Petroleum Corporation. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
On to Samad News now. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has once again reiterated that the government was getting the Rafale fighter jets 9% cheaper than what the UPA government had agreed upon. She also said that Hindustan Aeronautics Limited was dropped from the Rafale deal by the UPA government itself, as HAL and Dassault Aviation, the French firm that produces Rafale, could not concur on the production terms. Sitharaman was responding to allegations levelled by former Defence Minister A.K. Antony on the Rafale deal. Earlier, Antony had accused Sitharaman of suppressing facts on the deal and asked a joint parliamentary committee to investigate it.
It is your rule. You have given the option for the OEM to go and put his investment into any place, public sector or private. So do you say that your rule was wrong? Did you say वो क्या कहेंगे, मानेंगे कि प्राइवेट को भी ऑप्शन जो उनके सरकार के द्वारा रूल बनाया गया वो गलत है?
When one proposal to procure 126 was already there, without cancelling that, Prime Minister of the country went to France and announced a unilateral decision that we will purchase 36 aircraft from France.
Meanwhile, a Dubai court has ordered the extradition of a British national Christian Michael in the 3,600 crore rupees Augusta Westland VVIP chopper deal case. The court reportedly pronounced the judgment on Tuesday after India had officially made the request to the Gulf nation some time back based on the criminal investigations conducted in this case. The order is being seen as a major shot in the arm for the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate that are probing the case. The ED, in its charge sheet filed against Michel in June 2016, had alleged that he received about 225 crore rupees from Augusta Westland as kickbacks. Now, Michel is one of the three middlemen being probed in the case, besides Guido Hashke and Carlo Gerosa. On 1st of January 2014, India had scrapped the contract with the Augusta Westland for supplying 12 AW101 VVIP choppers to the Indian Air Force over alleged breach of contractual obligations and the charges of paying kickbacks to the tune of 423 crore rupees by it for securing this deal. And the Defence Acquisition Council has approved the procurement of equipment for the Defence Forces valued at 9,100 crore rupees. The council, chaired by Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, approved the procurement of 2 regiments of Akash missile systems. An official release said that the missile to be procured is an upgraded version of the previously inducted Akash missiles. The upgraded Akash weapon system is operationally critical equipment which will provide the protection to vital assets. The DAC also approved the design and development of a test equipment for guided weapon systems for T-90 tanks. On to some other news now. President Ramnath Kovind on Tuesday launched a logo and a web portal for the upcoming celebrations of the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. The logo will also be used by public sector undertakings, subordinate officers, autonomous bodies under the government. And the salient features of the new web portal are to identify visitors from different geography and serve them personalized information. Information related to Gandhian literature, philosophy, audios, videos, rare photographs are also available in the portal. According to an official release, the 2-year-long celebrations from 2nd of October 2018 to 2nd of October 2020 will be held across the country and all over the globe as well. Culture Minister Mahesh Sharma was also present at the occasion.
भारत सरकार ने हमारे राष्ट्रपति जी के मार्गदर्शन में एक समिति का गठन किया। 129 सदस्यीय समिति थी जिसमें लगभग 12 लोग विदेश के भी थे। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में इस समिति की पहली बैठक 2 मई 2018 को हुई और उसके बाद 18 जुलाई 2018 को एक अन्य एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल की बैठक में विभिन्न सुझाव आए, जिसमें 2 अक्टूबर 2018 से लेकर 2020 तक 2 अक्टूबर 2020 तक विभिन्न माध्यम से महात्मा गांधी का जीवन किस तरह से देश ही नहीं विश्व के कोने कोने में उसका आयोजन हो, ताकि महात्मा गांधी जी के जीवन के बारे में, उनके जीवन संदेश के बारे में हमारे युवा और विश्व के लोग भी ये जान सकें।
In Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break here. We'll be right back with more news.
The prolific British poet and story writer Joseph Rudyard Kipling, one of the first masters of short stories in English. In 1894 appeared his Jungle Book, which became a children's classic all over the world. Kim, the story of Kimball O'Hara and his adventures in the Himalayas, is perhaps his most felicitous work published. Set in and concerned with India he had come to know and love so well. In 1907, Kipling became the first English language writer to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature.
Welcome back after the break. The government has issued new guidelines for the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. The centre has now incorporated provision for penalties for states, insurance companies for delay in the settlement of claims under the scheme. Now, according to the new guidelines, the farmers will be paid 12% interest by the insurance companies for the delay in the settlement claims beyond 2 months of the prescribed cut-off date. State governments will have to pay 12% interest for the delay in the release of the state's share of subsidy beyond the 3 months of the prescribed cut-off date submission by requisition by the insurance companies. Agriculture Ministry in a release said that the new operational guidelines come at the onset of the Rabi season, which starts from 1st of October. The government has also decided to include perennial horticultural crops under the ambit of the Yojana on a pilot basis. The scheme, as per the new operational guidelines, provides add-on coverage for the crop loss due to the attack of wild animals, which will be implemented on a pilot basis now. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has called for blending subsidy with investment to improve farm sector growth and make it sustainable and self-sufficient. He said that formalization of the economy has started showing visible results in terms of higher resource mobilization, leading to additional resources in the hands of the government. He also said that India has grown at a reasonable pace in the last quarter of a century and is growing much faster than the rest of the world.
There are various avenues of further generating this growth. There are regions in India which haven't grown well in the past, and therefore there is a growth amount of potential of investment there and growth potential there. In terms of gender, women getting into employment in much larger numbers is a scope for growth. Rural India and agriculture, of course, is the obvious area of growth. And therefore, as we do grow, we will obviously see over the next years, and has been happening in the past, the surplus from agriculture will get into other sectors of the economy.
On to some other news now. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat has asserted that the organization never asks its volunteers to work for any particular party, although it does advise them to back those working in the national interest. The comments by the RSS chief came on the second day of a three-day conclave organized by the RSS. Mohan Bhagwat said that there is a perception that the RSS plays a key role in the functioning of a particular party in reference to the BJP. He, however, added that this is because of the presence of many of its workers in BJP, but this perception is wrong. Mohan Bhagwat stated firmly that Sangh believes the centre of power should remain as envisaged in the constitution and that it considers it wrong if it is not so. He said that the Hindu thought is inclusive and the RSS firmly abides by it.
देश में, देश की व्यवस्था में पावर नाम की जो चीज है, उसका जो सेंटर संविधान से तय हुआ है, वही रहेगा. कोई बाहर का दूसरा केंद्र खड़ा हो, ये गलत बात हम मानते हैं. इसलिए ऐसा हम कभी करते नहीं. हिंदू राष्ट्र है, इसका मतलब इसमें मुसलमान नहीं चाहिए, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं होता. जिस दिन ये कहा जाएगा कि हाँ मुसलमान नहीं चाहिए, उस दिन वो हिंदुत्व नहीं रहेगा. वो तो विश्व कुटुंब की बात करता है. जिस दिन हम कहेंगे कि केवल वेद चलेंगे, बौद्ध मत नहीं चलेगा, वो वेदों को नहीं मानता, वो हिंदुत्व नहीं रहेगा. क्योंकि सत्य की सतत खोज हमारे देश में चली है और उसके क्रम में अनेक दर्शन उत्पन्न हुए. उन सब की मान्यता है, वो सब सत्य है, ऐसी सबकी श्रद्धा है, होनी चाहिए. इस हिंदुत्व को लेकर हम चलते हैं क्योंकि इस बंधुभाव को वैचारिक आधार देने वाला वही एकमात्र विचार है. वो सर्वेषाम अविरोधी विचार है.
Mohan Bhagwat also said that women are equal partners in nation building and the need of the hour is to empower them.
कि कई मामलों में महिलाएं पुरुषों से ज्यादा समर्थ है. जो काम पुरुष करते हैं उससे उसी काम को अधिक अच्छा वो कर सकती है. ये कई क्षेत्रों में आज सिद्ध हो रहा है. उनको सशक्त करने की जरूरत है, उनको वो स्वतंत्रता देने की जरूरत है और ऐसे काम करने के लिए उनको प्रबुद्ध बनाने की जरूरत है. महिला और पुरुष परस्पर पूरक हैं. जीवन बनना है तो इन दोनों का होना और बराबरी से सारा भार उठाकर काम करना, निर्णय से लेकर तो दायित्व तक सारी बातें बराबरी से उसमें सहभागी होना, इसकी आवश्यकता राष्ट्र निर्माण के लिए रहेगी. ये संघ का सुविचारित मत है.
News from Punjab now, where the first round of rural polls in the state has begun today, and polling, which is conducted through ballot papers, started at 8 in the morning and it will continue till 4 in the evening. Elections in the state are largely a direct fight between the Congress and the Akali Dal BJP alliance. However, the main opposition Aam Aadmi Party is contesting nearly a third of the seats in 22 Zilla Parishads and 150 Panchayat Samitis in the state. More than 1.27 crore voters are eligible to exercise their franchise to elect 354 members of the 22 Zilla Parishads and 2,900 900 members of the 150 Panchayat Samitis. There will be 50% reservation for women each in Zilla Parishads and Panchayat Samitis, and the counting will be held on 22nd of September. And India and Germany signed 2 government-to-government agreements relating to skill and dual vocational training yesterday. The agreement allows both the countries to recognize each other's diploma certificates. A joint body called the German-Indian Institute of Vocational Education and Training will monitor this program. At a time when India is stressing on skill development, the agreement will help young Indians to find opportunities in Germany. Germany is the fastest growing economy in the European Union and a technology giant, and collaboration of the kind envisaged in the skill training will be useful for India in its positioning as a manufacturing hub.
It means that young people not only learn in the ITIs, but also learn on the job, in the companies, on the shop floor, and develop skills, manual skills. So dual education means it's learning at school and on the job. It is special because it's owned by the industry. It's not run by the government, it's owned by the industry.
So the kids spending some months in industry, actually working on the machines, actual machines, also earning some kind of stipend, and getting on-the-job training. So that aspect we are trying to now simplify, and we are coming with guidelines in next 10 days, which should expand the scope of dual system of training in our ITIs. At the moment, not even 10% kids are really getting exposed to industry during the 2 years or 1 year stay with us.
Let's get to all the international news now. China has fired back at the United States after US President Donald Trump ramped up the trade war with his biggest wave of tariffs yet. The Chinese government said on Tuesday that it would impose tariffs on US goods worth $60 billion following the Trump administration's announcement that it was hitting $200 billion worth of Chinese goods with new tariffs. The US tariffs start at the rate of 10% before rising to 25% at the year end. They come into effect on 24th of September and will apply to thousands of Chinese products ranging from food seasoning and baseball gloves to network routers and industry machinery parts. And China's new tariffs will be levied at rates of 5% or 10% depending on the product from the same date. More than 5,000 US goods will be affected. And the International Criminal Court has opened a preliminary probe into Myanmar's alleged crimes against Rohingya Muslims, including killings, sexual violence and forced deportations. The ICC prosecutor will look at whether there is enough evidence to warrant a full investigation into Myanmar's military crackdown, which has seen some 7 lakh people fleeing into neighbouring Bangladesh. The move comes nearly 2 weeks after the judges ruled that even though Myanmar has not signed up to the Hague-based ICC, the court still has its jurisdiction over crimes against the Rohingyas because Bangladesh is a member. The ICC announcement came on the same day as the UN investigators said that Myanmar's army had used hard-to-fathom levels of violence against the Rohingyas and should be prosecuted for genocide. Let's get to you all the sporting action now. India will face arch rival Pakistan today in the Asia Cup at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Both India and Pakistan have faced each other 12 times in the Asia Cup, out of which the men in blue have defeated Pakistan 6 times, including 5 one-day internationals and a T20, while Pakistan have won on 5 occasions. In yesterday's match, the men in blue beat Hong Kong by 26 runs. Chasing a target of 286 runs, Hong Kong could manage only 259 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. Nizakat Khan was the highest scorer for Hong Kong with his knock of 92 runs. For India, Khalil Ahmed and Yuzvendra Chahal picked up 3 wickets each. Earlier, batting first, India scored 285 runs for the loss of 7 wickets, with the Shikhar Dhawan top scoring with 127 runs, while Ambati Rayudu scored 60 runs. And in the China Open badminton tournament, top Indian shuttlers will compete today. The mixed doubles team of Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Ashwini Punappa will face English duo of Marcus Ellis and Lawrence Smith. In the men's singles, Kidambi Srikanth will take on Denmark's Rasmus Gemke, while HS Pranoy will face Naka Long of Hong Kong. And earlier, the Indian duo of Manu Atri and B. Sumit Reddy entered the next round. The duo defeated Liu Min Chun and Su Cheung Hyung of Taiwan 13-21, 21-13, 21-12 in 39 minutes to enter the second round of the men's doubles. And in the mixed doubles event, the Indian duo of Pranav Jerry Chopra and N. Rinki Reddy defeated German duo of Marvin Elmin and Linda Effler 21-19, 21-17. And in the women's singles, Saina Nehwal bowed out of the tournament after a loss to Korea's Sung Ji-hyun. Saina lost to her Korean rival 22-20, 8-21, 14-21 in a 48-minute long match, while PV Sindhu defeated Japan's Saina Kawakami in the first round. Sindhu beat Kawakami 21-15, 21-13 to make it to the next round. And that's it from me and my team in this edition of Breakfast News. But news and updates continue on your channel. Thanks for watching.